large ears for some reason.
I don't find very attractive men that have very wide eyes, but like this.
Like smart people have defined jawlines.
What's your type? Over the past 4 years, we've taken a look at the age-old question of what makes a face beautiful through the lens of scientific literature, but we thought it was time to branch out and hear from real people, conduct real experiments. So we gathered people from all walks of life into a single studio with cameras and asked them what you want to know about beauty. And so this marks the start of a new series where we conduct real experiments to find out real findings.
I have like two types. So typically I would go for someone who has more of like sharp features, sharp bold features. So like sharp jawline, like sharp eyes, sharp nose, or like someone with a really kind face.
I think the main thing for me would be jawline.
Oh, yeah.
For a guy, like a really good jawline and full lips, everything else.
Yeah. Teeth, lips, nose, the African face.
I think definitely like somebody who takes care of themselves is tailored, but when it comes to features, I think maybe like a nice jawline, eyes, smile, lips, stuff like that.
For men, I guess I like when men channel their masculinity when their eyes are a bit more closed. I don't find very attractive men that have very wide eyes, while a woman, sometimes it's the opposite. Like this.
So why is that attractive? Well, in short, women tend to have eyes with a higher Fisher index due to more vertical palpebral height than men, which in simple speak just means that they have larger, rounder eyes, according to various literature on the topic that we'll show here. This gives a more docile eye shape where Jared Leto would be an example as a man with this kind of feature. This is obviously quite feminizing. Isabella also prefers wider eyes in women, but not men, because wider set eyes are typically found in attractive, feminine faces of almost every ethnicity, according to Ria Tal, where you can see that attractive women, highlighted in yellow, of each ethnic group have eyes that are wider set relative to their total facial width. Beyond that, lower positioned eyebrows can also contribute to that masculine look, and researchers like Niney and Rhodes have long established a strong link between sexual dimorphism and attractiveness. There is a dyadic inverse relationship between select attractive features for both men and women.
I like uniqueness, like sometimes I like freckles, thin faces, like structured.
In a guy, I really do like dimples. I think they're just beautiful. A beard, I really like beards as well. I think that's kind of like what I like in a guy.
Gotta have the goatee moustache combination.
The beard needs to like connect.
With the jawline as well. Sharp, on point.
But they also need to have like good teeth, like a good smile.
Yeah.
Just like, if you have good teeth, then you're automatically at least an 8.
They look more confident as well. Like when they're just smiling and you see them from far, the first thing you see is a smile, basically.
And it shows like their personality and their smile.
Dimples, I like dimples, smile, because like if you have like a crooked teeth, like and you're smiling, it just doesn't look nice. And if you have like really nice teeth, I don't know, like man with nice teeth, it's just, I don't know, it's nice.
A unique face, I suppose, is the best way of looking at it. Like for example, someone like Angelina Jolie has like, such distinct features, unique features, But yeah, I would say it's probably lips and eyes, combination of lips and eyes.
Hayden expressed a preference for full lips because they are also a sexually dimorphic trait, where having lips that occupy a larger proportion of the vertical height of the lower third and are fuller in relation to your overall facial width are attractive in women, according to Cara Tal's study. They indicate higher estrogen levels and also levels of youthfulness. When Hayden says he prefers a unique face like Angelina's, you can presume he's talking about a face with high overall facial averageness, but also select features like her lips, for example, that do make her stand out from the rest. So sure, Angelina could still be highly attractive with less full lips, but it does add to her look, and that's why she is characterized as a lot of people's type.
Typically brown eyes, nice lips and a good smile, and obviously, good skin as well.
Yeah, I mean, I like a nice face. I don't like a face that's covered in hair. Don't like hair on men much. I don't like beards or moustaches. Yeah, again, I would say the skin. If he's got good skin, if he looks after his skin, that means he looks after himself and his body. So that means he's kind of got it together. Also look at the eyes. Yeah, they've got to have nice eyes for me. It's all about the eyes.
I would say eyes are a great feature on somebody. Whether or not they've got good eyes and good lashes, I would say, is something that's very important.
I like to find jawlines on faces. They just look quite, I don't know, just smart. I feel like smart people have defined jawlines.
That depends on, I don't know, the mood, what I'm feeling at that current time. I think race has to do with it. I like different races, but ultimately, I would say more of a chiseled face, slight definition, nothing too masculine. I have this fixation with ethereal beauty, so I would say someone that has slightly more almond eyes. I find that quite attractive. Ears as well. I quite like large ears for some reason on women. I find that quite attractive.
So what I kind of find attractive in faces is soft, really nice nose. It's like really good skin. Obviously, I don't really have that great skin, but somebody does, and perfect.
I like defined jawline, but not too much. Like, just enough to notice that they have a jawline.
I just think a kind of slim and chiseled face look, and nothing too much. I think, you know, in terms of both male and female, generally speaking, I think probably the thing that makes people kind of more attractive is just, you know, skin, you know, the quality of their skin. And how, you know, how clear it is. And I think just even proportions, it is the kind of main thing. I think people can have different sizes or proportions across their face, but if they all work together, then that's what works.
I think as long as they have nice eyes and smile.
I think faces that have a defined jawline, and once again, I don't know how to describe this, but like eyes that go, they're a little more tapered inside over here. I think those eyes look really, really nice. And I guess a nice nose, like a small petite nose.
What we can assume Ananya is referring to is the medial canthal angle, or the sharpness of the inner eye corner. We actually discovered research by Wu et al. That showed a more acute medial canthal angle was attractive in Caucasians and to a lesser degree in African faces as well, but that wasn't the case for Korean faces because Eastern beauty standards may prefer larger eyes rather than the jaguar-like eyes that Wu et al. Finds in the Western Hemisphere.
Yeah, maybe a bigger nose. Like good cheekbones, maybe some facial hair, I don't know, thick eyebrows, like maybe light eyes or like hazel eyes or blue eyes.
Rebecca actually preferred more sexually dimorphic traits in men. Think of a large nose, thicker eyebrows, as opposed to Ananya's preference of a petite-nosed man. This shows that there is no one-size-fits-all, especially for the nose shape.
I don't think I really have a type necessarily. I like brown eyes quite a bit of the time. I don't really necessarily think there's any like proper features that stand out to me that's like, oh, I like it. Yeah, probably just brown eyes, again, big, bright smile.
A little bit of facial hair. I don't really have a type per se, but I really like blue eyes and nice teeth.
I like darker features, like tall, dark, handsome. So I like dark eyes, like a good jawline.
The dark hair, like the curly hair or the curtain bangs, one of them.
Yeah.
Soft features is something I would definitely find appealing. And then I think I'm really into South Asian people, women or men, for that sake.
I think I like men who are a little more Caucasian probably, and also the beard and the jaw structure is something that I look at as well.
Some people do have preferences for certain ethnicities when it comes to having a type. This is also tied into the concept of familiarity and peer exposure, at least according to the cognitive literature such as Roman et al. Study. And Dr. Laszlo also notes that in his research, interethnic personal relationships or long-term exposure does decrease this amount of ethnic prejudice. So the more faces that you're exposed to, the better you're going to be at judging faces of other people. Results of his multi-level model suggest that mixed groups are not sufficient, but actual established personal contacts are necessary to decrease same ethnicity preferences in dating. Our friend groups, people that we grow up around, our friend groups from adolescence and childhood very distinctly affect our type and characterization of who we're attracted to when we're older. And this is why representation is often fought for in the media, because it really does have an impact, and it's not hardwired or biologically ingrained that we prefer people of a certain skin color or a racial feature. It's more or less just popular culture.
I like a face that has interesting features, I think, usually. So not necessarily features that are stereotypically super attractive, but things that make her a bit unique or different. I think if a girl's got really strong eyebrows or something, I think that really stands out a lot. Or really, yeah, prominent cheekbones and stuff as well. Just some striking features, I think, yeah.
Something more cute than too masculine. I like the high cheekbones if they're available. Is my favourite thing in the world, pretty much.
It's quite hard actually, because for my preference, I really like someone who fit. So regardless if that person have a round facial shape, but if that person is fit, so it doesn't matter, it looks attractive to me.
I think ones that, for guys, usually like quite high cheekbones, what sort of people would probably term as like a classical beauty, with it being sort of more of a timeless look rather than like too, I don't know, modern looking.
Indeed, most of us would probably agree with Emily's point about modern faces. And with that being said, we certainly enjoyed hearing the perspective of all of these people. Preferences for universal beauty standards, and something we've covered ad nauseum on this channel, were definitely prevalent. And it goes back to the idea that there are attractive people from all races, religions, creeds, ethnicities, and geographies of the world, but they do have elements in common that make them attractive. That is the universal beauty standard that most people talk about, and this is a biological standard that's ingrained into all of us through selecting healthy partners. The concept of averageness was even presented when terms like not too much or not too defined were mentioned by Olivia and Samuel James. However, looking at the results more closely, there were still a lot of people who expressed a type that's diametrically opposed to another person's characterization. For example, Ananya preferred a defined jawline, while Asrita preferred softer features. Beyond that, there are also subtle preferential learnings towards less important features like the eye color or ethnicity, freckles, and so on, but the most important features do seem to revolve around the facial structure. So we hope you enjoyed learning and hearing from these people, and we are grateful for their time. We'd like to hear your thoughts in the comments below, and did any of their types resonate with you? And if you'd like to get your face assessed in a way that's much more rigorous and broken down into step-by-step objective improvements that you can do to improve the way that you look by a team of doctors and dentists, you can head over to the Qoves website and order and report there, and I'll catch you all in the next one.